esteemed members of the Inter-Party Advisory Council family, and fellow citizens of Rivers State. We gather here today to address the lingering political crisis in our dear state. The recent events have necessitated this conference, and we must speak out against the forces of darkness that seek to undermine our democracy. We condemn in strong terms the Sunday night bombing of the APP Action People's Party State Secretariat, a dastardly act that undermines our democracy. This act of violence is unacceptable and has no place in our political landscape. We demand that the perpetrators be brought to justice and that measures be taken to prevent such incidents in the future. We also condemn the assassination attempt on our chairman of IPAC Rivers State, Census Osoma Osaru, a clear indication of the desperation of some politicians. This act is a threat to all state chairmen of political parties in Rivers State and to our democracy and the safety of our citizens. We demand that the authorities take immediate action to apprehend the perpetrators and bring them to justice. We demand swift prosecution of the mastermind behind the dynamite explosion near the Presidential Hotel, an act that could have claimed many lives. This act of violence is a clear indication of the desperation of some politicians and a threat to our democracy. We demand that authorities take immediate action to apprehend the perpetrators and bring them to justice. We urge the Rivers State Police Commissioner to remain neutral and apolitical in the discharge of his duties. The police must be proactive and bring perpetrators to justice, just to serve as deterrent to others. We demand that the police take immediate action to apprehend perpetrators of all the violence acts we have witnessed in the state and bring them to justice. We express dissatisfaction with the continued occupation of the local government headquarters by the police, hindering the smooth functioning of the third-tier system. This is unacceptable and has no place in our democracy. We demand that the police immediately withdraw from the local government headquarters and allow the third-tier system to function smoothly. We celebrate the Monday High Court victory of one of our distinguished state chairman and colleague, Chief Emeka Beke, declaring him the authentic chairman of APC Rivers State. This victory for democracy and for rule of law is an indication that the court indeed is the last place of hope for the common man. We commend the judiciary for upholding justice and ensuring that the will of the people is respected. We make bold to reassure RISEC of our readiness for the October 5th local government elections in Rivers State. We are committed to ensuring that the elections are conducted in a peaceful and transparent manner. We therefore demand that the RISEC put in place modalities and ensure that these elections are conducted without hitches. The elections should be conducted within the stipulated period as contained in the timetable released by RISEC. We command the Rivers State Governor, His Excellency Sasmila Ifubra, for supporting the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission to conduct the local government elections. We appreciate the governor's commitment to deepen democracy and the rule of law. We urge His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, to continue to support RISEC to ensure that the elections are conducted in a peaceful and transparent manner. We also commend the governor for the 300 million grant for scholarship for sponsorship of resident doctors. This is a laudable initiative that will improve healthcare delivery in our state. We demand that the governor continues to support initiatives that will improve the lives of our citizens. We want to use this opportunity to send our sincere appreciation to His Excellency Sir Smai Fubra, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, for his magnanimity in fulfilling his promise to provide a permanent secretariat for IPAC in Rivers State. We also have plans as a body to conduct the IPAC local government area elections to put our local government area chapters of the body in place. And this process will be carried out in order of the 3 senatorial districts, as will be announced soon in the state. The Sunday night bombing is a clear indication of the desperation of some politicians. We will not be intimidated by these acts of violence. We therefore reiterate our demand for justice for the victims of the bombing and the assassination attempt. We insist that the police must take immediate action to apprehend perpetrators and bring them to justice. We call on all political parties to condemn these acts of violence. We demand that all political parties commit to peaceful and democratic means of resolving conflicts. We will not tolerate any form of violence or intimidation in our political landscape. We call on all stakeholders to work towards a peaceful and democratic Rivers State. We demand that all stakeholders commit to peaceful and democratic means of resolving conflicts. Again, we'd like to make it very clear that we will not tolerate any form of violence or intimidations in our political landscape. We assure the people of Rivers State that IPAC will continue to promote democracy, good governance, and social justice. We are committed to ensuring that our democracy is protected and that the will of the people is respected. We demand that all stakeholders work with us to achieve this goal. In the first place, it is really, it is a moment that leaves every conscious Rivers person sad. The situation we find where a few persons are trying to create insecurity in Rivers State, trying to demarket Rivers State by perpetrating insecurity, acts of insecurity that are inimical to our lives, progress, and society are really uncalled for. We are not happy as a body. We are not happy as a people. We are not happy as individual parties because democracy presupposes that there will be a level playing field that is not characterized by insecurity challenges, masterminded by those who don't want the flow of democracy. And that is why we keep calling on the security agencies to up their game, be proactive, be sensitive, so as to ensure that these acts, these barbaric acts, masterminded acts, premeditated acts, are nipped in the bud before they occur. We are saying that the security agencies should up their game and ensure that the lives of citizens of Rivers State are protected, properties are protected. The environment in which we are operating should also be protected. We cannot achieve the deepening of democracy we profess if our environment is unsafe. The dynamiting of the party office of the APP, one of the affiliate members of IPAC, is really uncalled for. The attempt on the life of the state chairman of IPAC is uncalled for. All these insecurity challenges masterminded by those who don't want the progress of Rivers State are really uncalled for. And so we are not happy. But we are calling on the agencies whose duties are to oversee, to stop, to tackle insecurities, to step up their games. And I also wish that for the second question, let me once again welcome, you call him a brand new chairman, but I want to let the world know that prior to when we saw the storm that took over APC by surprise in Rivers State. Our beloved leader and elder here happens to be, or was, the deputy state chairman of the IPAC Rivers State as of June last year when we were appointed. And prior to when our election took place, this anomaly came up. And thank God, the courts in her wisdom and powers made to right injustices have yesterday, done the needful by stating clearly that you cannot violate the provisions of your constitution as a party. This is beyond an internal affairs of the party now. But when the internal affairs of the party, takes away the right of an individual, or wrongly takes away the right of an individual, and then the court stands tall to adjudicate. And today we have seen that. Let me also welcome him once again. Welcome.
Thank you. The question for me.
Yes.
Well, first and foremost, my interviews, I made it clear that we're going to partake in the election. We'll partake in the election. Tony is not the chairman, I'm the chairman, I'm in charge. The stakeholders are meeting on Thursday, and I've already told the Secretary of the Party to send a message to the assembly members who already joined the party to come for a briefing. We'll partake in this election. We need the democracy to stay in the United States, and that's what we're doing.